it's Lyndsay Allison back with another video. So I've been getting used to my new home and my new neighborhood, and it's been something to get used to. As yet, I haven't quite found a trail that my dog can run freely, but we're making do. And we're doing our best to get the place the way we like it, or the way I like it. Rain just likes to chew on things and destroy my property. I, however, have been thinking a lot about the changes and the power of being in a new space. Specifically, in a tiny new space. Go figure. Right now, I'm taking the time to fix the place up and get things the way I like them. The first area on my list was the kitchen/living room. And then came the bedroom, because bedrooms to me mean so much in creating a space of ease and rejuvenation. It might be a cliche, but the thing is, when you start your day in your bedroom and end your day, it just seems so imperative and so kind that you have a perfect little world that you can retreat and awaken to, where any piece of lingering chaos or craziness, it can be left to another room if it needs to be anywhere. So I know how much it means to me to be able to step into a place that is together and calming, and without any reminders that my world could be anything but organized and calm. And where there's so very little space in there, anything that veers from continuity or calm becomes loud and obtrusive and noticeable. So to do away with any extra busyness, I painted the doors and the closets and the baseboards the same color, because it can look so cluttered so quickly, and the clutter that is a new home is driving me bananas. So it is just a few things, and I'm coming to love it. Slowly, I'm coming to love its cocoon-like quality of wrapping itself around me. So I would say that the bedroom is near complete. I will be getting some new blinds, I believe, shortly. But other than that, I'm quite happy with my little cozy bedroom. And then comes the daily maintenance of this wondrous little world. I have lots more to get done. Every little thing that I don't need is yelling at me. Where once before an extra thing or two, it would just be in a closet and I would forget about it. Now it's standing and yelling at me saying, "You don't need me and I'm in the way." That's it. All of the things that I don't need are just a little bit louder in a smaller space. And the thing is it's really driving me insane. Where before I was able to have a spacious and relatively empty home, But now if I have one extra thing, a banana, not really, but it's just screaming at me and driving me mad. And I do have a hoarding problem with frames. I never really thought of it because they were in the front closet, but I don't need all these frames. I really have very little wall space. It's time to let go. So that's one thing that I plan to do this week coming, is to take about 20 frames to the donation center and let somebody who needs to frame something have a little party. But I truly have come to sort of realize that part of our hoarding problem as a society is actually our excessive space problem as a society. We get the biggest space that we can possibly afford, or not afford for that matter, and then we say to ourselves, well, how am I gonna fill it up? And then we spend the rest of our life trying to fill it up. And we seek out and we buy and we accumulate so often and for so long that we forget that it might not be the best life for us. Let alone the idea that there might be another option, a better option. And so as I continue to slowly whittle away at my already rather curated possessions, a feeling of strength, of solidity, like I know my things and they are things that I chose, and I know where they all are and why I have every one. Nothing gets lost in the shuffle. Nothing is unaccounted for. I had a pile of books that I intended to read. There were 4 of them. And some of them I had for several years. And they just sat idle and forgotten. But there's no space for the idle or forgotten now. And so these 4 little books who had been forgotten are now getting the attention that I always intended to give them. Once I read them, I will return them to my friends who offered them to me. It makes me think of Marie Kondo when she would have people wake up the books, like touch them, open them, and that's what it feels like. It feels like everything in my space is awakened, which means use it or lose it. So I've been using it or getting rid of it. It's a wonderful feeling to be in touch with everything you have. And it's so easy to lose touch with your things when you have extra space. And I also think that as we lose touch with our things, that is directly in proportion to the level of our losing touch with ourselves. If I don't know where my things are or what I even have, how could I be expected to know personally and deeply how I feel in every moment or what I want? So I suppose that's what having this little space has been teaching me. Where once I was sure I was a minimalist, now I'm starting to think that I really was just at the beginning of figuring out what minimalism means and what it can be for me. Minimalism means being connected to the things you have, not in a superficial way, but you know and you respect all of your things. Also, I feel that when you do have that level of connection and respect, it makes it less enticing to go shopping for something that doesn't fill a void or mean something. I've noticed recently that where once I might just get the desire to have a little look around my favorite online shop or think about acquiring something, that feels less enticing. I know what I have, I know what I need, and I also know that there's no space for extra. So I become more mindful, more appreciative, and I have the desire to keep using my stuff until it falters. So I don't want a new one for the sake of getting a new one. I get more excited about seeing how much use I can get from each item. And it's kind of interesting because when I started this minimalism journey, I was pretty sure I was getting into it, the thick of it. But truth be told, it is just a journey, and well, it makes me think of karate and how they say when you get your black belt, that's when you realize that you know absolutely nothing. So yeah, the more you learn, or the more you get into anything, the more you realize that you're just a beginner. So let me know what you've learned if you've downsized to a smaller home, and let me know about your journey as a minimalist. Do you find that it's changed throughout the years, or have you had some ebbs and flows? Do you find the longer you go, the less you want? Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening and for going on the journey with me. Like, subscribe, and share if you're so inclined. It makes such a difference to my channel. And I will talk to you shortly. Have a great day. Bye.